Have you ever wondered how to take control of system privileges on your openSUSE system, whether you are using Leap, Tumbleweed, or MicroOS? Mastering sudo is your ticket to secure and efficient system administration. In this video, I will guide you from the basics of sudo to advanced configurations that will blow your mind. Let's dive in. Sudo stands for super user do. It allows a permitted user to execute commands at the root or another user based on rules defined in the sudoers file. This makes it an essential tool for secure privilege escalation and delegation in Linux systems. Before we dive in, this video assumes that you have just performed a fresh install of openSUSE, Leap, Tumbleweed, or MicroOS. We will guide you through configuring sudo from scratch, ensuring your system is set up securely and efficiently. Before diving into sudo configuration, let's make sure your system is ready. Here is how to do it step by step. First, switch to root user command by using su-l root. This ensures we have full root privileges to make changes. 2. Check for the wheel group using this command getEnt group wheel. Wheel is a traditional group used for privileged users. If it is not created, we will create it. If the group wheel not created and you didn't get an output from the previous command getEnt, this is how to create the group by running the command group add space -g space 500 space wheel. Here we assign the group ID 500 to ensure consistency across the system. Also, don't forget, on MicroOS, you have to run first transactional-update shell, so for the changes to be persistent. Now add your user to the wheel group using this command usermod. Replace username here with your actual username. This adds the user to the wheel group, granting them elevated privileges. And don't forget, on MicroOS, you exit the shell and then you run the command transactional update apply for the changes to be saved. Now let's move on and configure the sudoers file. The sudoers file defines who can use sudo and under what conditions. This file differs slightly between Leap, Tumbleweed, and MicroOS. First, we will start with the openSUSE Leap. So now in openSUSE Leap, let's open this file /etc/sudoers. You can go to the end of the file by pressing Shift G. Locate these two lines, defaults target PW, and all to the rest of the line. Make sure to comment these two lines. Depending on your needs, uncomment one of these two lines that contain the wheel group. In my case, I don't mind using sudo without password, simply because this is my own machine. If you have a different case and you care about using sudo with a password, you should uncomment the other line and keep that one commented. Make sure to save and exit the file. On openSUSE Tumbleweed, the file is /usr/etc/sudoers. And here we will do the same as we did before with Leap or openSUSE Leap. We will comment these two highlighted lines and uncomment one of the two lines that contain wheel group according or depending on your need. Once finished, make sure to save the file and exit. On openSUSE MicroOS, changes require transactional update command to enter the shell. Once entering the shell, use your favorite text editor and open the file /usr/etc/sudoers. Same, we will go to the end of the file and we comment these two lines and uncomment one of the two lines that contain wheel group, and again according or depending on your needs. Once finished, make sure to save the file and exit. Then exit the shell and don't forget to run transactional update apply for the changes to take effect and being persistent. Now let's use transactional update shell to enter the shell again to check one more thing. In my installation of MicroOS, I chose to install the desktop Kalpa or KDE on MicroOS. In your case, if you are using only MicroOS, or aeon, try to check this path /usr/etc/sudoers.d folder and check if there is any file created there by the installation. We open that file, and if you saw these two lines, comment these two lines. Once you've finished, make sure to save the file and exit. And now exit the shell, and don't forget to run transactional updates apply if you did any changes to any file. Whatever your system is, openSUSE Leap or MicroOS or Tumbleweed, after finishing these steps, make sure to run the command system control reboot for all the changes to take effect, especially your username is part of the wheel group. After your system gets reboot, let's check our configuration by running sudo space -i. In my case, I chose the second line, no password when I run sudo command. In your case, if you chose the first line, that every time you run the sudo command, the system will ask you for your password. It will show here that asking for the password. In my case, I didn't choose that, so the system didn't ask me to enter my password, and it took me directly to the root. Now let's move on and show some advanced sudo configurations. Now let's explore some advanced configurations to tailor sudo to specific use cases. And till the end, I will be using Leap. You can do the same on Tumbleweed and MicroOS. Just remember that on both Tumbleweed and MicroOS, sudoers file is under /usr/etc. And on MicroOS, first enter the shell by running transactional update shell, and after you finish editing, exit the shell and run transactional update. Here we created a group called sysupgrade, and the group ID is 600. Then we checked the success of the group creation by running get ent group sysupgrade command. Here we assign the username to the group sysupgrade. Use the ID command against the user to print real and effective user and group IDs. Use your favorite text editor and let's open /etc/sudoers file. At the end of the file, you can add a line comment for yourself. For our configuration, we add a line comment here, system upgrade, to know about what the next line is about. And here we started the line with the name of the group and the parameters for the group and the command line. Now, any user in this group sysupgrade will be able to run zipper dist upgrade and only this. Once finished, don't forget to save the file and exit. First, you can check the configuration for that user by running sudo space -l. It will list for you what the user can do or what the sudo configuration for this user. And here, let's test zipper dist upgrade, and as you can see, when I tried to run the command with the abbreviation of zipper, it didn't allow to run the command. So whatever you state in the file sudoers, whatever is configured there, it will be allowed for the user. Now let's create a group for the users who will be able to reboot the system. We created the group by using the command group add -g, and we give a GID, group ID number, and the name of the group. And then we use the command user mode for user modification by adding this user to this group. Now let's open the file /etc/sudoers, and we go at the end of the file. We write some comment for us. And now let's add the configuration. And by adding this argument no pass wd, the user doesn't have to put his password when running the command. Sudo will not ask the user for the password. Let's save the file and exit. And here, as we said before, you can test the changes before applying by running the command sudo -l with the user. This lists your current sudo privileges, helping you verify configurations. One more important thing here: backup sudoers file before editing it. Always create a backup before making changes to anything on your system. And just remember, on MicroOS, always use transactional update for file changes to persist. Transactional -update shell, and after you finish editing, exit, and then transactional update apply. Congratulations, you have now mastered sudo basics on openSUSE Leap, Tumbleweed, and MicroOS. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more Linux tutorials. Thanks for watching, see you next time.